Hello and welcome to the Next Gentleman Game Chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the historic second episode of Next Gentleman Game Chat. We have a special surprise. The new host along with us today, the OG of gaming, Patrick Pigot. How you doing today, Patrick?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Doing all right. Now, on our first episode, we talked to all our casters, and we discussed like the first console that we originally gamed on. Now, what was your first console?
I got a Nintendo 64 when I made my communion in second grade. It was the bundle, came with a green controller and Super Smash Brothers.
That's awesome. I remember that. I was one of the first three people in my school to have an N64. Like the first day it came out, and playing Super Mario 64 was something special. What kind of games do you remember from that system?
Super Smash Brothers, Banjo-Kazooie. I love the Yoshi story. You know, I had the Toy Story video games for Nintendo 64. They were terrible, but you know, when you're a kid, they're fun.
Yeah, that's definitely a memorable game console. My memories of the N64 were also playing GoldenEye and Perfect Dark with like three friends in the room, 4-player co-op or multiplayer. Sorry, and everybody would stare at each other's screens and cheat, but it was really fun. And also playing like the WWE No Mercy or WCW NWO Nitro or NWO vs. the World, I believe. Those the THQ wrestling games, those were pretty solid. It was probably the best wrestling games that were out ever. And so right now, let's talk about let's go to Quentin. Let's go to everybody. What they've been playing lately this past week, and Quentin's recently beat Splatoon on the Wii U and the Unfinished One on PS4. So Quentin, let's hear how about your experiences on those two games.
My experience on Splatoon, I only beat the final boss in 4 tries. He's really hard. And the other 4 bosses are pretty fun to beat. And the Unfinished One, it is a beautiful game.
Did the Unfinished One make you smile?
It reminded me of Splatoon, so kind of.
That's good. I also just beat the Unfinished One. It was a very touching story. A good, very nice, beautiful game. Anybody who got a free PS Plus, or if they don't, just buy it. It's a pretty solid experience. You can get it on PS4, PS3. I'm not sure about the Vita, but yeah, if you have one of those consoles, definitely pick it up. Eddie, have you been playing any games?
Just the usual Destiny and
Super
Smash Brothers Brawl, yes. I've been playing that a lot. Yeah, no, it didn't come out this year.
Yeah, we know Eddie's Game of the Year 2015. That's Super Smash Brothers.
It's a great game.
Now, Patrick, you have any playing any games lately?
Yeah, I got Elder Scrolls Online for PS4.
Oh, now how is that?
It's really good. I enjoy it. I never played the PC version, but everyone says this is a lot better than new Tamriel Unlimited.
Yeah, I've been hearing pretty good things about Elder Scrolls Online. So, yeah, what I've been playing lately is Destiny. I beat the Unfinished One earlier today, and that's about it. I haven't really, got to game this weekend. It's been pretty hectic with work and all. But let's go to the news from the big boss man of Buzz, Eddie Ross. Eddie, we got drop those nuggets on us now. How many nuggets do we have this week?
6.
It's 6-piece nuggets.
That's exactly.
Now what's the top news story, Eddie?
Nolan North, the voice actor for Nathan Drake, hits The Last of Us. That The Last of Us 2 may be in development.
All right, let's go around. I'll talk about the possibility of The Last of Us 2 in development. Quentin, how excited would you be about that?
I'm pretty excited because we were originally gonna name this podcast The Cast of Us.
Definitely cool. Eddie, now are you excited about this?
Yes, I am. I played The Last of Us, the first one. It was really good, and we played together all the time on multiplayer. It was really fun. I liked it.
How about you, Patrick?
I'm excited for Last of Us 2, one of the best games of last gen, and this gen with the remake, so, I'm always up for another Naughty Dog game.
Yeah, really. In my opinion, Naughty Dog's probably the best developer in the world. The Last of Us is no short of amazing, and the remake, the remastered edition on PS4 was very solid. I think originally on PS3, I didn't delve into the multiplayer too much. I maybe played a handful of matches, but as soon as the remaster came out, I decided I was like, I'm gonna jump into this and give it a real good shot, and it turned out to be one of the best multiplayer experiences of the last few years for me. It was extremely solid. It reminded me a lot of Metal Gear Online, and you have to be really careful. In The Last of Us, it's not like run and gun where you just kill people and then respawn and kill people. It's kind of survival horror multiplayer. It's pretty your resources are scarce and you gotta just think a little bit more than the average multiplayer. It's pretty strategic, and definitely if you haven't played that game, like I don't know, I don't think you understand what you're missing out on, and you really need to seek it out some way and play that game. Whether you have to borrow somebody's console if you don't have money, or just try it out.
It's kind of like Daisy and H1Z1.
Okay. Now, Eddie, what's the second piece of news?
Dark Souls franchise has sold over 8.5 million worldwide.
What?
That's a really big number, and I'm glad for them.
Now, Quinn, how do you feel about Dark Souls?
Dark Souls is a pretty good game, and I'm surprised that it sold 8.5 million.
Eddie, have you played any of the Dark Souls games?
No, but I heard very good things about the Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2.
Patrick, have you experienced any of the Dark Souls games?
Yeah, I played Dark Souls 2, but on the PS3. I never finished it. I'm probably eventually going to pick up the remake for PS4 and finally finish it.
Yeah, I've beaten Dark Souls 2 on PS3, but I never finished the first game on PS3. But I am interested in picking up the PS4 remastered edition, I guess you would say, of the Dark Souls 2, the Scholar of the First Sin, as soon as there's a enticing sale. Now on to the next piece of news. Eddie, what's the third nugget you got?
Sony Europe President Jim Ryan said in interview with VG 24/7 PS4 market share frequently over 90% in continental Europe.
Yeah, that's no surprise. The PS4 is dominating worldwide. Like we've seen their numbers. Like they sold over 22.3 million, I believe. Quinn, what do you think about this news?
I love the PS4, so this is amazing news for me.
Eddie, what do you think about the market share PS4 dominating in Europe?
I think it's pretty good, and PS4 is like hitting it with the good things in the system, man. It's really great. I'm glad I picked up PS4.
Now, Patrick, what do you think about this news about Sony dominating in continental Europe?
I mean, I don't think it's too big of a surprise. Sony has always done really well over there, and it'll only get better once they release a proper Gran Turismo for PS4.
Yeah, like it's amazing the success of the PS4 has outside of the United States right now. I mean, I believe more, even though it's dominating worldwide, it's closer race in the United States where that's Xbox's home market. But I think we'll get closer and closer. That like this holiday, I believe Xbox is going to catch up a little bit in the United States, but I think worldwide, I think PS4 is just going to continue to dominate this generation, as they had the better message for the gamers when the initial launch of the console, and their success will probably continue for the entirety of the generation. So Eddie, what's the fourth piece of news you got?
The fourth piece of news is new mode will be heading to Splatoon this week called Tower Control. Splatfest has been rescheduled for this Saturday, which is the 4th of July.
All right, now let me explain this Tower Control as I read about it. They're in the middle of the multiplayer map in Splatoon, whichever one you drop into. It's the multiplayer matches are usually 4-on-4, and the one mode that they have in Splatoon right now in the regular mode is it's called Turf War. And Turf War is where your team has one color of ink and the other team has one color of ink, and you use your weapons or your guns or rollers to spray the area, and whichever team covers the map with their color most wins. And this new mode, though, is called Tower Control, and there's a tower in the middle of the map, and whichever team takes control of the tower will float towards their base. And if the other team takes control of the tower, then it would start to go to the other direction towards their base, and I believe whichever team gets it closer to their base will win. And it sounds pretty cool, and I'm sure it's going to be more intense because, like in the ranked matches, it's different than Turf War, where it's just one small area of the map or two small areas of the map that you have to take over. So it kind of focuses the action to those areas mainly, and it becomes pretty much more intense. And if you're in those areas, you're a target, and you got to compete. So Splatoon's such a fun game, and if you have a Wii U, you should go out and get it. And if you're interested at all, definitely just buy a Wii U and check it out. Quinn, what do you feel about the new tower control mode in Splatoon?
With new tower control mode in Splatoon, I feel excited because Turf War is kind of getting a little bit boring because you just keep playing it on and on. But with this new tower control, I'm really going to have fun with it.
What level are you in Splatoon, Quentin?
Just level 4, except I play good.
Alright, that's good. I'm a level 15. The level cap's 20, and then once you get to 20, you can unlock all the skills in your armor, and it gets a lot more helpful for you, and you kind of have an edge over the other players. Eddie, how do you feel about the news of Splatoon, the new game mode?
I don't have Splatoon right now, but I'm definitely picking it up today because I'm gonna go to the mall. But
You said that last week.
yeah, but now I'm definitely picking it up. So
Patrick, how about you? I know you got a Wii U.
I have a Wii U. I don't own Splatoon yet, but I just have. Is this new game mode free, or do you have to pay for it?
No, this new game is free, and I believe like all the DLC they haven't announced any paid DLC, so I believe all the DLC for this game is going to be free for a while.
All right, in that case, I mean, as long as they think Nintendo continues to support pretty much their only big online game and it's free, why not?
Yeah, like that's the one good thing. But the one thing I heard was that some of the things like the new weapons and stuff and maps that they've been rolling out have been on the disc already, so they've just been locked away. So it's not actually, I don't know. It's just content locked away that they've been releasing in bursts. But I'm not sure if the new game mode has been on disc already. But it's great that they're adding more features to this game and fleshing it out as a much wider and diverse experience. Eddie, what's the next piece of news we got?
Nintendo of American boss Reggie says there is no sugarcoating the fact that fans are displeased with what they saw of Metroid Prime Federation Force.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the trailer for Metroid Prime. I kind of chuckled to myself, and it's a different direction that they're taking. Whereas I know people I've talked to, and myself would probably like a more traditional Metroid Prime game if they're gonna make another Metroid Prime. But what they're doing is like a co-op kind of 3DS experience. But Reggie says that once fans get their hands on it, they'll realize why they're going in this direction. Now, Quentin, how do you feel about this Metroid Prime news?
It looks like a pretty good game, so I'm probably gonna pick it up maybe, and this news sounds pretty exciting.
So you don't care that other people don't have been voicing their displeasure with the trailer? You like the trailer actually? You're gonna pick it up probably?
Yeah, the trailer looks cool.
All right, that's cool. Eddie, did you get to see this trailer or no?
I did not get to see the trailers, but I mean, just in general, trailers don't mean the game actually could be bad or could be good. But I mean, I played demos too where the game could be bad, and like the game was actually pretty good. So I mean, just try it for yourself. You never know.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna reserve judgment until like there's a demo or something available, so I could, check this out. Patrick, what do you think about this? Do you have a 3DS?
Yeah, I have a 3DS. I saw the trailer. I think it looks like it could be fun. I just think that I understand where people are coming from when they want a proper Metroid. I want a proper Metroid. They haven't made one since Other M, and I think it's just time for a new one. And this isn't what people wanted, but I still think it could be a good game.
Yeah, and the other thing that concerns me is that now the Metroid Prime team is actually working on an Xbox exclusive with Kaiji Inafune, and so I don't know what the future of the Prime series holds now. And on to our sixth piece of news, the sixth piece nugget. Eddie, what's the last piece of news you got for us?
The last piece of news is Poke Shuffle has announced, Nintendo, the Poke Shuffle game that's on 3DS has been announced that they're going to go mobile to cell phones, so it's definitely worth downloading and picking up because I played the one on the 3DS.
Yeah, me, I'm not a big fan of, mobile, casual, touchscreen titles, but, Poke Shuffle's okay. Candy Crush clone, I don't know. I stopped playing it because I just got frustrated with it. But, it's nice. It's free, so you check it out. I haven't spent $1 on it, and I got up to, in the hundreds of levels. So, I don't know. Quentin, have you played the Pokemon Shuffle?
No, except all I have to say is time to get rid of Candy Crush.
That's true. Probably Candy Crush might be in trouble with this. But once Nintendo starts putting out quality mobile games, because a lot of majority of mobile games are pretty lacking, and Nintendo always makes a quality product. They always have good Q&A. They always have good tested stuff, products that work on release, and they'll probably make some solid mobile titles. And they always make platform-specific titles. They're exclusives. They always utilize their controllers. With the Wii U, maybe they haven't done it especially well with the Wii U with the touchpad, but the motion controls on the Wii, they were great games that utilize that and everything. And I'd like to see what they do with the mobile. Eddie, how do you feel about Poke Shuffle? I know you've beaten it on 3DS, and as they roll out more and more levels, you keep on playing it. Do you think you'll pick it up on your mobile phone now?
Yes, but I probably won't play the mobile as much. I'll probably just keep on playing on 3DS.
Now, Patrick, what do you think about Poke Shuffle? Are you familiar with the game?
I haven't played it, but if there's anything that's been proven to make money for Nintendo, it's Pokemon. So it's not a bad bet for them.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna be raking in cash once they start rolling out these mobile games. It's gonna be I'm excited for them because the message they gave was that, with the mobile, they're going to use the revenue they generate from these mobile games to invest more into their console games. And I'm more interested into all their console games. I could care less about any of these mobile games. But if they keep focusing on console games and keep the quality that they've put out in the past years, then I'm excited for them. But I'm concerned that if it becomes too successful, the mobile platform, they may just focus on mobile games, and that would just hurt us, the fans, and hurt the industry overall, in my opinion. Now, let's go on to the PS Plus games of July, now that the news has been read. The free games this month on PS Plus for July 2015 are, number 1, Rocket League on PS4 is gonna be free, so download that. Now, Rocket League is if you remember, robot-powered rocket cars, or whatever the name was. I don't even know, but they shortened the name to Rocket League now. And I played in the beta, and it's basically you drive cars and you're playing a game of soccer. And they're gonna have Sweet Tooth as one of the characters you could be, Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal, and it's a really, really good game. It's so much fun. I played the beta on PS4, and I recommend everybody checking it out. Quentin, now how do you feel about a game the sound of that game where you're driving cars and you're trying to drive into a big ball and get it into the opposing team's goal?
It sounds pretty fun, so I'm probably going to pick it up, and I'm probably going to tell stories about it next time we do the podcast.
Eddie, how about you? You going to pick up Rocket League?
Of course, yeah, I will.
Yeah, we know you and you love those enticing, special, free-to-play games.
Of course.
And Patrick, what do you think about Rocket League?
I'll definitely pick it up. It sounds like a good time waster game with your friends.
Did you play the original game?
Yeah, I downloaded it for PS3.
All right.
It was all right.
Yeah, I never played the original, but I definitely had lots of fun playing the beta of this, and I'm excited. The second PS Plus free game is Styx Master of Shadows on PS4. And it's described as a pure stealth game where you stick to your shadows to survive. And it's developed by Cyanide Studios, who developed, in collaboration with Spiders, of Orcs and Men. And Styx is the character from Of Orcs and Men. And this game story takes place before that game of Orcs and Men, which came out in 2012. And what do you guys think about Styx? Quentin, what do you think about Styx? You into stealth games at all?
Yeah, I love stealth games. I played Dishonored, and it's a pretty good game. It's a stealth game, and in real life, sometimes when I used to like try to be stealth a little bit.
All right, and Eddie, how about you? You play any stealth games?
Not really, so I probably won't pick this one up.
No, it's free though.
I know, but I'd rather just save the hard like drive space for an actual game I might actually play. You know.
Patrick, what do you think about this being free?
I mean, it's free. I pay for PS Plus, so like, you may as well. I'm not gonna not get it.
Yeah, I'm like, I was interested when this game came out, and I think the price tag might have been like $20 or $30, and for a download title, that's a little hefty. So I'm kind of glad that it's free to play now, and I'll give it a chance because, you know, I'm not a huge stealth fan. Like I played, like the most stealth. Like I've never played like I played in bits and pieces of Metal Gear game. I played Metal Gear Online, but I've never actually beaten like a huge stealth game, unless you consider like Last of Us kind of stealth, like light stealth, or like SOCOM 4 had a few stealth levels, but other than that, I'd like to get more into stealth games. I plan on playing the entire Metal Gear franchise before Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out. So, and we'll probably do some Let's Plays of that. We'll let you all know. But, yeah, I'm excited about this game. So, the next game is, Mousecraft is going to be free on PS4, PS3, and PS Vita. Now, I'm not too familiar with Mousecraft. Are any of you guys familiar with this game?
Not really.
Nah, I can't say I am.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, so I remember like seeing it on the PlayStation Store, but I haven't read any description of it at all. But you know, every game is worth a download. Maybe I'll probably throw this on my if it's got a small file size, I'll throw it on my 16 gigabyte Vita memory card and play it on the go. Play it while I'm at work. Play it on break or wherever. Number 4, Entwined is going to be free on PS4, PS3, and Vita. I think it's some sort of like a rhythm game where you control two things. I'm not sure if even this is a rhythm game or what, but I remember it was free. Now it's free. I remember it was announced originally last E3. They said now you can pick it up right now, and they released it, but it got like kind of mild reviews. It wasn't too critically well received. Do any of you guys familiar with this game? You gonna pick it up?
I never heard of it, but it's PS Plus. I might pick it up.
I really never heard of it, so I'll probably pick it up just to try it out.
I'll probably download it. Sounds like it got lost in the shuffle, though.
Yeah.
When you announce a game at E3 and say it's available for download now, it's not really anything to get too excited about.
Yeah, really. With all the games they showed E3 and everything, and you know, all the AAA games releasing, like now that they come, like it seems every week there's a new big name game that it's easy that a game like this would get lost in the shuffle. So it's probably a respark interest in it to throw it on PS Plus. And number 5 is going to be free on PS3. Rain is going to be free for PS Plus members for July. Now, I know a little bit about Rain is that you have to navigate, I believe, as a reflection. Is that right? Like through the puddles, I believe, something like that. And it's really RC type. It's a Sony Studio Japan game, and they're usually a very solid developer. I'm a big fan of like Tokyo Jungle, Eco, Shadow of the Colossus. They worked on Bloodborne, so they had their hands in a lot of games. Sony Japan's a solid developer. They put out solid products. Any of you guys feel, Quentin, you gonna pick up Rain at all?
I might pick it up. I I never heard of it. PS Plus again. Pick it up.
Eddie?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick up that one. I'm a fan of Bloodborne, so I might as well just pick it up.
Patrick?
I mean, yeah, I'll definitely download it. Always interested in what Sony Japan's doing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out. I think I already own it. I think I picked it up on a PSN flash sale a few months back, but, so, like, maybe I'll go back and, since everybody's playing it, maybe if I see some people playing it, I'll get interested, I'll check it out. But I have such a huge backlog of games that it may take me a while to get to it, but I'll definitely take a look at what Rain has to offer. The final bit of free game for PlayStation Plus is Geometry Wars on PS Vita. And are any of you guys familiar with Geometry Wars?
I played Geometry Wars on Xbox 360 in like 10th grade.
Can you explain to me how that game works, Patrick? Because I'm not familiar with it.
It's kind of like a twin stick shooter, like almost like Super Stardust.
Oh, that sounds awesome, man. I'm going to definitely check that out then, because Super Stardust is good. I also like Dead Nation, and I like a lot of twin stick shooters. They really excite me. Helldivers, that's a twin stick shooter. Like we talked about that last week. Quentin, what do you think about Geometry Wars?
I don't have a PS Vita, so I can't say I will pick it up.
Man, I'll let you borrow mine. You can play it. Eddie, do you have a Vita? You gonna play Geometry Wars?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I have a Vita, so I mean, any excuse to take my Vita out, I'll play it.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this now that I heard what it's all about. I'm gonna download this onto my Vita and check it out. So those are the PS Plus games for July. All right, now we're gonna introduce a new segment on our podcast. Calling it Past Gentleman Game Chat, and it's where we pick a game one of us talks about from like past console or past platform. And the game I want to talk about this week is No More Heroes Paradise for PS3. And it's a third-person action game developed by Grasshopper Entertainment, and it's directed by Suda51. And if you all know Suda51, he's pretty creative, bizarre. He's out there. He's that type of developer. His games are very recognizable with his style. They're usually pretty edgy, and No More Heroes is just like that. It's you play as Travis Touchdown, an otaku, and otaku is a fan of Japanese culture, a fan of anime. He's a fan of Japanese wrestling. The weapon you use is it's actually beam katana. It's like a lightsaber from Star Wars, and it's like melee combat, similar to like a Ninja Gaiden, I would say. And you can play it either with the DualShock 3 controller on PS3 or with the PlayStation Move. Originally, the first it was 2 games. It was No More Heroes 1 and 2. They were originally Wii exclusives, and they only used the motion controls, I believe. And then they ported the original game to PS3 and updated the HD graphics and added they put the motion controls for the PS Move on there, and they threw 4 or 5 of the bosses from the second game into it. So it's kind of like a combination of the first 2 games that you play. And there's a hub world where you ride around on like this pretty sweet motorcycle. Travis Touchdowns was white motorcycle, and the hub area is this big open world kind of open city, small. It's called Santa Destroy, and it's kind of like a small like a GTA city type, but you don't go around beating people up or stealing cars. It's just like kind of an area you collect. There's collectibles to get, and it's just kind of a way to get from mission to mission and from objective to objective. And things you do are like the point of the game is there's this woman, Sylvia Crystal, and she organizes assassin tournaments, and you're ranked 10th in the world, and your character wants to get in bed with this woman, and so what you do is you have to get to rank 1 as the assassin so you can get with her, and she says she'll only be with you if you rank 1, And so Travis becomes obsessed, and you have to take down assassins one by one. And to each assassin fight, you have to earn money in order to pay the fee to join the fight. And you do things like side missions include like mowing lawns or carrying coconuts. And then you do assassination missions like kill the boss of a pizza chain or kill a certain amount of enemies within a time period, and you get paid. And then you deposit that money into an ATM, and then you unlock the mission, and you have to fight each ranked assassin is like it's a pretty unique boss, and you know, once you play this game, you'll see the mind of Suda51, how he likes to be different, and he makes these unique bosses. Like for example, one boss fight, you're fighting this woman on the beach, and you fall. There's little traps that you fall into holes in the beach, and then if you fall into the hole, you have to tap a button quick to get out, or she'll throw a grenade and blow you up. And it's a little unique boss fights like that make this game a little special. And there's even other lot. That's probably one of the weakest bosses that I described, but it's a really fun game, and I think everybody should check it out. So if you don't have it, check out. If you have a PS3, check out No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise. If you have a Wii, definitely check out No More Heroes 1, No More Heroes 2. Or check out Killer 7 on GameCube, because just Suda51, he's a really good, he's just really
Chainsaw too.
Yeah, he's a really solid developer. You know, and maybe those other games I'll talk about on a different segment of Past Gentleman Game Chat. So, Quentin, now what game from the past gen consoles or past gen platform do you want to talk about today?
I want to talk about Aliens versus Predator, and this game is basically a first-person shooter, and I 100%ed the game. There's 3 story modes.
Sweet.
There's a Predator story mode, the Alien story mode, and the Human story mode.
Now, you 100%ed. Did you get the Platinum Trophy?
No, because there's online mode, which you get trophies on that too, and I play with my friends online, but I never try to get all the trophies. I just try to get some of the trophies, but sometimes I try to get all the trophies.
Oh, so how does the game play now? What type of game is it?
Like I said, it's a first-person shooter, except on the Predator mode, it's you can have a shoulder cannon, except you have a double blade, and you can pick up items from the Predator in the story mode. No, not the story mode, the online mode, and you can use them to try to kill the other Predators and aliens. So it's a pretty fun game.
That's cool.
And the alien just has like claws.
No, I played a little bit of that game. I've enjoyed what I played. It's a solid title. If you can pick it up, you probably find it at a bargain bin somewhere for the local GameStop for $10, maybe under that. You know, if you're interested in Alien vs. Predator fan, like definitely check that game out. Eddie, what's your do you have a game for us from past gen?
Yes, this one's way in the past. It's Sega Dreamcast. It's Power Stone 2. I played Power Stone 1, but I like Power Stone 2 way better. It's like, words can't describe this game because it's so great. If you ever played Monster Hunter, you can like combine items to make other items. So like in this game, you're basically, it's a free-for-all. You get 10 rounds and you fight this boss and you try to get these Power Stones. And that's like, there's easy, hard, and like there's different difficulties and stuff. But the idea is to get the Power Stones, and each level you get 1 Power Stone, but the boss has like the 10 at the end. So there's items in there, and like you, once you beat the boss, after a while you would unlock new characters, and like these characters are like, I don't know if they're no-name characters, or I didn't really research it, but I was like 12 at the time when I played this game. It was really great, and when you go to the main menu, there's a shop you go to, and when you go to the shop, there's this like making items. You can combine the 2 items together. That's why I got the Monster Hunter reference. So you can create more powerful items, and like these powerful items are just like crazy, especially in a Sega Dreamcast game.
Now, with the gameplay of that, can you describe the gameplay? Is it like an action game? Is it like third person where you control, like, you see the character?
You see your own character,
yeah. So is it like melee combat?
Yes, it is. Like other people have like a sword. Some people there was a robot in it. He has like laser beams and like there's all these like different characters and like there's also specials each character has. Like my character was like I guess a ninja girl and she had like the shuriken things like she'll throw them at you, ninja stars and all that stuff. It was a really great game. It was like you could play with 4 people in multiplayer and even off like if because like even when you're playing with all people you could still unlock other characters and stuff. It was kind of like Melee and Brawl, you know? But, like, I just like the combining feature, like the thing they have, like, in Monster Hunter, how you can combine. So, it's a really good game, even if it's for, like, a past gen, you know?
Yeah, that sounds like a really cool game, and I'm surprised I never heard of it until... I think you probably told me about it recently, but, like, I'm surprised I never heard about it until, like, you've talked about it to me, and, sounds very interesting. I gotta dig out my Dreamcast out of the closet and like try to get my hands on a copy of that. It sounds.
They were also ported to PSP.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to check it out on PSP then. Yeah, it's probably easy to acquire. So yeah, we're doing our past gen segment. Patrick, do you have a game from past gen that you want to talk about?
Yeah. With Yoshi's Woolly World coming out for Wii U, I think everyone should check out Yoshi's Story for Nintendo 64. It's it's basic side scroller. It didn't get a lot of love back when it came out, and I think that's totally undeserved. I think it's a pretty solid platformer.
Yeah, was Yoshi's Story, was that with Baby Mario?
No, that was Yoshi's Island.
Okay.
Yoshi's Story is when the Yoshi's it was very like Nintendo game because the whole story was that the Yoshis were living in peace on their island, and Bowser's son hated that, so he stole the Tree of Happiness and he turned them all into storybook characters. And the whole game is you run through the levels to try and get to Baby Bowser and steal the Tree of Happiness back.
Oh, okay.
It's not really a long game. It's only six different worlds.
Okay.
But you can get it on the Virtual Console for either 800 or 1,000 points.
Oh wow, I gotta check that game out then. I think I faintly remembered. I probably played it, but I don't remember now like that I'm talking about it because it's been such a long time since N64 and so many games since. But sounds like something I would definitely enjoy. And yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World is out, and that's getting the amiibos look absolutely adorable, and it's getting some solid reviews, and we'll have to check that game out too. So there you have it. You got No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise on PS3, Aliens vs. Predator on PS3, Power Stone 2 on Sega Dreamcast, or you could also pick it up on PSP now, ported, and Yoshi's Story on Nintendo 64. Those are the past gen games you should go check out if you can pick them up somewhere. Check Amazon, check eBay. Order them, and they'll come to your door in a couple of days. Now we're going to go on to... now we're going to talk about the new releases this week. I only was able to get the PlayStation platform releases. Now, Geometry Wars 3, Dimensions Evolved, it's going to be free. I mean, it's going to release on PS Vita. It's not free. The original Geometry Wars on Vita is free. So, I guess their plan is for people with PS Plus to pick up the original, and maybe if they like that, they enjoy that, they'll pick up Geometry Wars 3. Red Goddess Inner World on PS4, PSN is going to release this week. It's a Metroidvania with mystical storytelling. And Numa Breath of Life is going to release on PS4 this week. On PSN, it's a first-person puzzle game. Also, Rocket League is released on PS4, and it will be free for PS Plus members. And Skullgirls Second Encore is coming to PS4 on PSN this week. It's a 2D fighting game. So you got to check those titles out. Any of those titles you're interested in, Quentin? Besides the PS Plus game that we talked about?
The PS4 puzzle game, I forgot the name of that, except I'm really into puzzle games, so I'll probably pick that one up if I get money.
And Eddie, any of these games look intriguing to you?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I like puzzle games too, but I'll try looking at them first and go into detail with them and see how they are.
Now, Patrick, do you think you'll be checking out any of these new games?
Yeah, Geometry Wars and Skullgirls. Both sound pretty fun. I played the originals.
Yeah, me, I'm kind of interested in seeing how this Red Goddess in a World game turns out. You know, I'm a fan of Metroidvanias. I really like
that you announced.
the first-person puzzle game.
Yeah,
It's Numa Breath of Life.
yeah. I'll probably pick that one up if I have money.
Yeah, I enjoy Metroidvania games, so like Guacamelee or you know, Super
Guacamelee.
Metroid, Axiom Verge, those type of games, pretty solid. They're always fun. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, it's a great classic. So I'll probably check that out if it goes on sale sometime or what, but I'm not paying full price. Now I want to talk about if any of you guys like. I'll go first, but if we have any disappointing game experiences where there was a game you were anticipating, you were excited to get, and then once you got your hands on it, once you played it, you were kind of underwhelmed or a little disappointed. Now I'll go first. I'll talk about State of Decay on Xbox One. And it's a third-person like survival horror zombie game, and I was excited to get it. I didn't know much about it, and then once I got it for Xbox One, it was originally on Xbox 360. This is like the HD, the ultimate version, and I was kind of underwhelmed. It seemed like I don't know, like I played for a few hours. It was just the first area, and it seemed like all you do is go from, you know, cabin to a cabin. You grab some supplies, you fight off zombies, and then you go to another cabin, do the same thing. It's like a rinse and repeat, and then you go to a new area, and then. You know, I stopped once I got to the second area. I was kind of underwhelmed. Now maybe I'll give it another shot someday, but definitely not exactly what I was expecting. You know, it just wasn't, you know, of the like I was expecting. I don't know why, but something like more like The Last of Us. I was hoping, but definitely wasn't of that quality. It maybe I'll give it another chance someday, but I was kind of underwhelmed by it. Quentin, do you have a game that you disappointed about?
Yeah, Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm gonna talk about the Extinction. First, the Extinction was awesome. Me and you went to a
LAN party. Yeah.
a LAN party, and we played Extinction. And it was pretty fun. It was the first map, and it had kind of like a boss. So that boss was a good boss. He was kind of a mini boss, and when the DLC came out, the other Extinction bosses were just bullet sponges. They just took all your bullets, and they wouldn't die.
Yeah, it sounds like Destiny.
Like, and the last boss, the Kraken. He was so hard that you couldn't even go on the floor for like a few minutes.
Why? What would happen? The floor would go on fire or something? Or?
Yeah, it was like poison on the floor or
Okay.
like fire, and you had to go on like the eggs or something like that after you drilled into them, and it sounds like a fun boss, except it's not. It's just a really hard boss. It's too hard for me to beat.
Sounds like something out of Destiny, totally. Yeah, like the Prison of Elders or something, you know, like one of those bosses. Now, Eddie, you know, what game, or, you know, in the past or this year or whatever, that you were excited about and you got, disappointed you?
I got Evolve. I have the season pass on it. I bought. I think it was like $80. How much was the season pass? Like $80 probably.
I think with the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$80.
It was probably like $60 base game and then $40 season pass, I think. So $100 total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got involved anyway, and we played it together, me and Tommy. And what happened was like, it was my first time trying it, so I'm probably gonna give it another try, definitely because of the season pass. So we were playing, and when we were playing, like I was the monster, and his idea was just to kill me. That was his mission. And I guess the AIs, his computer friends, or like I didn't know what I was doing, so I was just running around and trying to feeding on the monsters and all that stuff. And the AIs got me. I was literally at no life when the AIs killed me, and like Then all I was hearing on Tommy's screen was all these achievements, like all the trophies were coming up, popping up, and like all I was hearing was him laughing and like him like cheering about these trophies. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And like these guys are killing me. I was able to get away from the AIs. Tommy came down, and I think he like one shot kill me or something like that. And like he got one last trophy. He must have got like 20 trophies or like so many trophies from this thing. Like defeat a monster in like 2 minutes or what, something like that. Or it was just ridiculous. I was just so mad. It was just so funny. He's just cheering. It was funny.
That's all interesting because you actually loved the original Left 4 Dead, and that was Turtle Rock's game before Evolve, and then they went on to make Evolve, and that's why we were all excited about Evolve because it was supposed to be like, you know, the Left 4 Dead creators kind of like they're doing like a totally new IP and a new direction, and you know it kind of didn't work out. I don't know. I enjoyed the game for what it was, and you know, I'll definitely go back and play it a little bit more. Yeah, and because I was winning and getting trophies, you know, and who doesn't like winning? Who doesn't like getting trophies? So Eddie was underwhelmed with Evolve, and Patrick, any games in the past underwhelm you?
Definitely Final Fantasy X2. I think everyone can relate. You know, Final Fantasy X was a classic when it came out. Probably the best Final Fantasy of the last couple they've released in the main numerals. You know, but when you played, it wasn't as interesting. The characters weren't as good. You know, the story wasn't as good. It just felt like it had no heart to it, like the first one.
Is that the one you play as all the female characters?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's surprising that Final Fantasy it was actually their first like direct sequel of a core Final Fantasy game, and it kind of it's kind of underwhelming from a lot of people. I actually never played the Final Fantasy X2. But now that I have the, I'm gonna probably get the remaster on PS4, the Final Fantasy X and X2, and I'll check it out. You know, give it a fair shot.
The Final Fantasy world with all the like cute little.
Oh, the one from E3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good.
The cute little one.
Yeah, Final Fantasy World for the game from E3 looks really cute. Anybody else interested in that?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pick it up. I never played any other Final Fantasy game except that one looks cute, so I like kawaii games.
Alright, how about you, Eddie? Eddie, you play any Final Fantasy games before?
Just like the Final Fantasy 7 on like PlayStation.
Okay.
The 3-disc one, but that's about it.
Do you think about picking up the remake?
Maybe I haven't given it thought, but probably I might pick it up.
How about you, Patrick? Final Fantasy World, the Final Fantasy 7 remake?
I'll probably give them both a try. I mean, I still have Final Fantasy 7 and the strategy guide for it, so maybe I'll still get to use it.
Yeah, I had Final Fantasy 7 on the original PS1, and I have the digital copy on PS3. And I'm definitely gonna pick up the PC port that's coming to PS4 this year, and then I'll also pick up the remake once it's released in the next coming years. So, big fan of that game. That's a big game in my life and childhood, and I remember playing it hours on end back when it released. And it seemed like everybody who had a PS1 that I knew would play that game. It was a big part of our life back then, and it was around junior high for me. Now that about wraps it up, you know. It's been our second episode of the Next Gentleman Game Chat. And do any of you guys have any shout-outs or contact information you want to give, Quentin?
Not really that much. No. I already gave out my PSN.
We'll give out your PSN again.
Alright. Enderman296 is my PSN.
Alright, Eddie, you want to give any contact information out?
I'll give out my PlayStation name again one more time, and my Wii U is Eddie8098.
Okay, Eddie8098. Patrick, you got any contact or shout-outs you want to give?
Not really. I mean, my PSN is Liquid Links, LIQUIDLYNX, all one word.
Alright, and I'm Thomas_Gargan on Twitter, at Thomas_Gargan on Twitter. Tommy G 42013 on PSN and Wii U. Dark Luigi YPX83 on Xbox Live. And that's our show for you all today, folks. Now we have a special video game commercial.
Back now on Kickstarter, the video game sequel to Out for Justice.
I'm sorry, Gino.
Hey, you fucking Fanuc. What are you doing over here?
Steven Seagal as Gino Felino.
Gino, I didn't order
No.
pizza.
I should kill you, no good cock-sucking, dick-loving ass, alright?
Yo, hey, yo.
If you don't talk soon, I'm gonna make your balls look like chicken parm, alright? You got my balls off! Ah! Yeah, you know what? All I need for him now is a little bit of red sauce. Yo, brother. Gino, you're out of line, brother. I'm calling the cop. You got this fucking pizza place, alright? But the pizza tastes like fucking shit. Alright? Get back in the kitchen, make me something good, alright? Before I kick your ass.
Yeah, I'll get you some pizza. It'll be tips, bud.
Hey, Gino! Don't hurt me, alright? I'll tell you where he is! I'll tell you where he is! You know, I knew you'd talk. Cause you got no fucking ball.
True Crime Brooklyn. Now in